This is why narcissists never grow up emotionally and mentally. Hey there, lovely souls. Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that might shed some light on your past experiences. The undeniable signs of emotional and mental immaturity in narcissists. It's something we don't often talk about, but it's essential to recognize that beneath the facade of confidence lies a startling lack of emotional growth in narcissistic individuals. So buckle up as we explore the evidence that exposes their true colors. If you've ever found yourself puzzled by their behavior or wondered why they seem to lack basic empathy, this video is for you. Stick around as we unravel the layers of narcissistic immaturity, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join our community of understanding and support. They just don't get it, you know. Narcissists act like they're stuck in a perpetual state of childhood, always throwing a fit when things don't go their way. Maybe they never got enough love and attention growing up, or maybe they were spoiled rotten, always getting what they wanted. But here's the kicker. Even though they look like grown-ups, they still act like kids. They'll pull all sorts of tricks just to get what they want, just like a sneaky little brat. Instead of facing reality head-on, they'll twist things around to suit their needs, just like a kid trying to wriggle out of trouble. Dealing with a narcissist is like dealing with a toddler who didn't get their candy. They'll throw tantrums, give you the silent treatment, or go into full-on rage mode when things don't go their way. It's like they never learned how to handle disappointment like adults. When you're dealing with a narcissist, throw the rule book out the window. They'll do whatever it takes to come out on top, even if it means playing dirty. Winning is their game, and they'll play it however they see fit. You know, despite their flashy exterior, narcissists are actually pretty fragile on the inside. They're like those delicate glass ornaments that look all fancy but shatter with the slightest touch. They've been through some stuff, sure, but that doesn't give them a free pass to go around hurting people left and right. So don't be fooled by their occasional charm offensive. That sweetness is usually just a front they put on when they want something from you. If they're laying it on thick, it's because they've got an agenda. But if they suddenly turn cold and distant, it's probably because they've found someone else to butter up. When they need something from you, they'll turn on the charm like nobody's business. It's classic narcissist behavior, using people to get what they want. So it's important to take a step back and think about why they're suddenly being so nice. Are they after your money, your place to crash, or just a little ego boost? Maybe they're just bored and looking for someone to entertain them. By keeping an eye on how they treat you and what they're after, you can get a clearer picture of their true colors. Remember, narcissists are driven by their desires and cravings, always looking for their next fix. Despite their flashy facade, deep down, narcissists are seriously unhappy folks. That so-called confidence they strut around with, total fake-out. They're just really good at putting on a show to make themselves seem like the hero, especially to those who are feeling vulnerable or going through a rough patch. But don't be fooled. Underneath it all, they're just as lost and broken as the rest of us. They might talk a big game, promising eternal love and unwavering support. But let's get real here. Narcissists aren't exactly in it for the long haul. Even if they've got that shiny ring on their finger or a fancy title like husband or wife, their commitment is about as deep as a kiddie pool. They'll go off gallivanting with other people, while treating their partner more like a safety net than a true ride or die. The thing about dealing with a narcissist is, you've got to adjust your expectations. Unlike folks who get that life's got its highs and lows, narcissists just want to bask in the good stuff. They ain't got time for your troubles or woes. Nope, they're all about surrounding themselves with whatever tickles their fancy. When the going gets tough, they either run for the hills or act like it's everyone else's problem. Take illness, for example. Instead of showing some compassion, they'll throw a tantrum or act all mean if someone's under the weather. To them, it's like, how dare you ruin my fun with your sniffles? It's like they missed the memo that life's a roller coaster with its share of loops and drops, where sticking together is what gets you through. Planning for the future with a narcissist. Forget about it unless it's something that suits them right now. They're always on the lookout for the next big thing, like a kid in a candy store. You gotta keep 'em entertained 24/7, or else they'll start sulking like a kid who's had their toys taken away. And let's not forget their online antics. They're like kids sneaking candy when no one's looking, except they're browsing the web for their next thrill. Whether they're dating, living together, or hitched, narcissists want it all. Breakups, rarely on their radar. They'll keep everyone on standby, just in case they need 'em down the line. When it comes to narcissists, cutting ties isn't their style. Nope, it's usually you who's got to put your foot down and say, enough is enough. Dealing with their chilly, indifferent, and downright unloving ways can wear you down till you're ready to throw in the towel. Ever wonder why they don't just end things if they're not all in? Well, here's the scoop. They see you as their safety net, their plan B if all else fails. They're terrified of being left high and dry, so they keep you around just in case. Being alone, that's their worst nightmare. They're like kids craving constant praise and attention. Seriously, it's like dealing with a pressed cooler sometimes. They need that ego boost 24/7 to feel like they matter. While they demand validation non-stop, they're pretty stingy with dishing it out themselves. Share your thoughts or agree with them. Don't hold your breath for a pat on the back. They might just brush you off or shoot you down cause, hey, their opinion's the only one that counts, right? Talk about a double standard. Disagree with a narcissist, and you're in for the silent treatment or a full-on tantrum. They can't handle being told no or having their bubble burst, just like a kid who can't handle not getting their way. It's like they missed the memo on growing up emotionally. Narcissists aren't big on putting effort into relationships. Nope, they'd rather jump ship and find someone new than deal with any hiccups. It's like they're allergic to working things out. Why? 'Cause they can't handle imperfections, yours or theirs. Instead of facing the music, they'd rather tear you down to pump up their own ego. It's all about control and being the top dog in every situation. But here's the kicker. Behind all that swagger, they're just insecure little kids. Yep, deep down, they're just as unsure of themselves as the rest of us. Their constant craving for attention and praise. That's their way of covering up their own doubts and fears. And therapy? Yeah, good luck getting them to admit they need help. They'll only consider it as a last resort, and even then, they'll try to twist things to make themselves look like the victim. Taking responsibility for their actions? Not gonna happen. They'd rather play the blame game and dodge any hint of self-reflection. So when you're dealing with a narcissist, don't hold your breath for any apologies or moments of self-awareness. They're too busy pointing fingers and avoiding their own insecurities to ever admit they're in the wrong. As narcissists grow older, their need to control everything around them just gets stronger. It's like they're stuck in a perpetual childhood, always demanding attention and validation from others to feel good about themselves. Dealing with conflicts? Yeah, good luck with that. If you try to call them out on their BS, they'll either blow up in anger or retreat into their own little world. Admitting they're wrong. Forget about it. Unless it somehow benefits them, they'll never own up to their mistakes. So, what do? Well, a lot of folks end up walking on eggshells, changing how they act just to keep the peace. It's like the narcissist has this power to make you afraid to speak up, because you never know how they'll react. Will they give you the silent treatment? Or maybe they'll throw a tantrum. Either way, it's a lose-lose situation. Living under their control can really mess you up, both mentally and physically. The stress of dealing with their constant drama can lead to all sorts of health problems, from anxiety and depression to more serious stuff like cancer and thyroid issues. And don't even get me started on how their double standards and impossible expectations can drive you to the brink of madness. When you realize that narcissists are basically stuck in emotional time warp, unable to deal with life's curveballs or admit when they're wrong, it's like a light bulb moment. Suddenly, you see that keeping your distance from them is the healthiest move. If you can't avoid dealing with them altogether, it's best to keep things short and sweet. Stick to the facts, keep your emotions in check, and don't get sucked into their drama. Once you understand that you're dealing with someone who's more concerned with their own needs than anyone else's, it's kind of empowering. Whether it's cheating or just being plain selfish, you realize it's not about you. It's about them and their messed up priorities. Expecting fairness, humility, or kindness from a narcissist is like expecting a cat to bark. Sure, they might put on a show at the beginning of the relationship, but it's all an act to rope you in or get something from you. So instead of banging your head against the wall trying to reason with them, it's better to take a step back. Treat them like you would a ticking time bomb. Handle with care and keep your distance. Because trying to reason with a narcissist is like trying to teach a fish to climb a tree. It's just not going to happen. I hope this gives you some clarity. If it does, hit that like button, drop a comment, and share this with anyone who could use a little insight. And don't forget to subscribe for more wisdom. Take care.